Carjacking, money laundering, financial scams, key cloning. These are all threats to the general public. I'm Billy Billingham. I spent over 27 years in the British military and 20 in elite units. I'm now learning the tactic and scams used by criminals to get their hands on vehicles here in the UK. Criminals are getting smarter to exploit sellers to part with their hard-earned cash and their cars. I've partnered up with BigWantsYourCar to find out what the risks are when it comes to selling your car privately and expose several different car purchasing crimes. We all have the power to make a difference to this problem, depending on how you want to sell your vehicle. Okay, so far in the series, you've learnt how car cloning and financial scams are a serious threat to the general public. Key cloning is a common tactic used by criminals to break into all kinds of vehicles. But Neil Thomas has got a method of fighting back against this crime. Neil and his team fit trackers to all sorts of vehicles and help the police to recover them. Neil has received a call early this morning from a customer who has reported their car as being stolen.
So we're just in the East London area. We've had a report of a stolen grey Audi Q7. We know it's been stolen without the keys. So we know there's some sort of, I say, sophistication with the thieves. So we're just heading to the area now and we'll get this car, no problem at all. You know, we've dealt with a lot of stolen vehicles, me personally in terms of my police career and certainly with the last 10 or 12 years in the private industry. So we know to a certain extent what we're going to come across. You know, if there's somebody with this car, they won't know we're there. We'll just call the police straight away and notify them.
A car is stolen every 8 minutes in the UK and around 2/3 of these are keyless car entries.
Well, so the tracker's woken up, covert tracker, so it should just be around the corner here. I'm just keeping an eye out for any spotters in the windows. And this is a typical area really where it's going to be tucked away in a garage site by the looks of it. Oh, and there it is. So it's the grey Audi Q7, quite an expensive car, parked up as if it's supposed to be here realistically, not standing out. Looks as though it might be unlocked, which is good, but that's clearly been involved in a collision with something, maybe another car. So down the near side. So we'll wait here now for my colleagues to arrive, and I will call the police to notify them that we found the stolen car. Well, that's quite significant damage. There doesn't look like there's any paint transfer, so I think that's hit an object, a stationary object, maybe one of the walls. I'll just take some pictures of the damage. We're always careful that we don't want to stand out too much, and we want to be as quickly as we can because it was stolen this morning, so literally within hours. So we just don't know if somebody's going to come back and try and move it again. So the quicker we can go on to the police, notify them, the better. Hello, my name's Neil Thomas. I work for a company called InTrack. We're a stolen vehicle recovery service. We've recovered a stolen vehicle that's been reported stolen on your area this morning, the residential car park area, so not associated with any particular address. It's got significant damage on the side of it. It's got looks like road traffic collision damage. Yeah, potentially it's drivable. We've got the key, so we could get it recovered, and it just depends if you need it for forensics. If not, we'll get a recovery agent to come and get it. Okay, no problem. So no police attending? No. Okay, that's no problem. Thanks very much for your help. Okay, so I've reported to the Metropolitan Police. Because of the way it's been stolen, they're not going to send any officers to us for forensic opportunities, which is fine. I've explained to them about the damage. It looks to me like road traffic collision damage. So they're going to look through their open incidents just in case there's anything reported with a grey Audi since the theft. In the meantime, we'll get a recovery agent out to get the car recovered.
The impacts of having your car stolen can be devastating, something this recent victim knows all too well. He has chosen to remain anonymous while sharing his story.
It was in 2023 that one evening I randomly woke up in the middle of the night. Something in my gut told me that something was wrong. So I decided to look outside of my driveway and I noticed my car was not there.
This shocking CCTV footage shows just how easy it was for a criminal to break into the victim's car after the key had been cloned. In under 3 minutes, the thief is able to enter the car, break off the steering lock, start the engine and drive off, leaving no trace.
When I realised that, my car was missing, I immediately called 999. But then I realised that I actually have an app on my phone and I can see where the car is. And when I looked at it, I saw that the car was 2 streets away. So immediately I got dressed. I'm running up and down the streets trying to find where this car is. I noticed this pile of rubbish on to the side and I take a closer look at it and I realise that it's actually my belongings. And then I see this wire, this little component, and that's the actual tracker itself that was in the car. Once I saw that it was in front of me, I came to the sad realisation that I'm never going to see my car again.
In a typical relay theft, that's what the police call it, a relay theft. This is what will happen. The thieves will turn up, they'll have already cased out the joint, if you like, they'll already find out where the car is. It's not just a case of driving up and down the street randomly, they will actually be targeting that particular car. They'll turn up in 2s, mainly 3s. Somebody will stay in their car, the mission car if they turn up in the car, which will probably on false plates. They won't be put off by security lights. They'll go towards the house. Typically one will stand by the car and the other one will go towards the house. The reason they do that is because they know the key's in the house. So the equipment they use needs to capture that signal and convince the car that the key is, the actual genuine key is close. So once they've got that signal, they'll know because the door will open, that person will get into the car and they'll start the car and drive off.
So when I looked back at the CCTV footage, they couldn't have cloned the key or anything like that. My car keys were in a Faraday pouch. I think it might be from some of the people that came to look at my car. I did list it on Facebook Marketplace, but it's hard to say who it actually was.
This isn't opportunist crime at all. It's not just somebody just happening to drive past your car and think, I like that car. This is planned, this is organised crime, organised criminality. They will have a shopping list. They'll have a shopping list to say, I want this particular make, model, year and colour of car because there'll be a buyer. And we know that because we've got examples where they turn up with pre-printed clone plates. So they'll go onto internet auction sites or forecourts and see a car that's got insurance, print that plate off and then take that plate with them so that when they're away, within the first few seconds, they'll have changed the plate and they're almost hiding in plain sight.
After everything happened with the car, I decided to leave the area. I wanted to move my family and my kids away from that kind of environment and I wanted to leave it all behind.
In terms of the emotional impact, it really does upset families. It's not just a commodity, it's not just a mode of transport. Whether it's a company car, whether it's a business thing, that's the inconvenience and you've got the cost. You've got the cost of loss of use. But I've been to many sort of chop shops, which is where these thieves pass the cars on to be literally chopped up. And it's devastating to see kids' seats, paintings, colourings from school that are just scattered over the floor because they don't care. All they want to do is get everything out and sell the car or sell parts of the car.
6 months later, I get a call from the police and they say to me that they found my car. And I go down to where they told me to meet them. And in fact, my car is actually on a shipping container. It was heartbreaking to see my car after knowing what happened to it, but it's just odd that there was no damage, there was no physical damage to the car.
We had an experience a few years ago now where our technology was inside a car, inside a container, and we tracked it all the way to Uganda. Once it goes abroad, there's a massive market abroad for the parts and the cars themselves. I've dealt with a lot of car crime over the years, back in the day when I was in the police. For me, it's far worse now. And I say that because it's not kids stealing cars to race around and dump them somewhere at the side of the road. This is organised criminality, and it's funding other crime as well. It's funding, drugs, county lines. It's funding, people trafficking, even terrorism at times. It's big business, and it's really sort of, on the increase as far as I can see.
After everything that I've been through, I would definitely not sell my car privately. I had an invasion of privacy. I lost hours trying to sort my insurance out. I had to move my family out of the area that I love so much. It's heartbreaking.
Back in East London, Neil's investigation continues with the stolen Audi.
So we know the police aren't going to come for forensics now, which is fine. So we're quite happy to sort of go inside the car. We see this quite often in terms of people not wearing their seatbelts. And sometimes it's because if they get followed by the police, they can get out quickly. They haven't got to fasten the seatbelt. It's obviously, clear danger in terms of doing that. There doesn't seem to be any damage inside the vehicle. There's still property belonging to the customer. See what's in the boot. This is where it brings it home for me, really, because in cars like this, you've got child seats, you've got school books, you've got a bag with schoolwork in potentially, and that's the personal side of it, really. It's not just an insured car that can be replaced. This is personal property. It really brings it home for us. I think great freedom when we find it and the property's still inside the vehicle. There doesn't seem to be any more damage as far as I can see. It's been parked up. But the damage on the near side is quite significant, so it's not really drivable. So what we're going to do now, we'll speak to one of our partner companies, Motor Assist, and they will sort out the recovery. The police don't need to come for this, so if we can take the burden off them by the service we provide, then all the better. They can concentrate on other incidents, life-threatening incidents, life-changing incidents.
Having now secured the vehicle, Neil and his team must protect the car and wait for backup to arrive. It's not long before the recovered vehicle arrives to take the car back to its rightful owner.
Okay, so the recovery driver's just arrived, which is great service. What we're going to do now, Tom, my colleague, is going to drive the car, because it's a bit of a tight access here. So we're going to drive the car and we'll recover the car now and we're out of the way, which is a great result. It's a textbook really for us. This is what we do day in, day out. We know how the thieves operate, and we're straight on it, straight away. Within hours, we've got this car secured. What we don't want to do at any stage of the process is to leave a stolen car where the thieves know it is. So it's key that we stay with the car initially. If the police turn up and recover it, that's fine. Get it recovered, and then it's safely away. And we're also always constantly looking around to make sure, just in case the thieves are still watching us. So we're all, very safety conscious. We're all trained in terms of conflict resolution, for example. It's just being loaded up now, so we'll be away in a matter of minutes, really, which is great.
Neil has been able to track down, secure and recover the stolen vehicle, thanks to this counter-criminal technology. Well, it's been really impressive to see Neil and his team actually track down and recover these vehicles. It's really good to know that a service like this exists, denying the criminals the opportunity to steal the cars, chop them up or sell them onwards. It's just denying that criminal business. So with Neil and his team and BigWantsYourCar, you are in safe hands.